Hello people, I'm here with FlexLewis. It's 7 times winning of Olympia in row. It was in row. It's also the owner of Dragon's Lair gym here in Nevada, Las Vegas, which I definitely recommend you to come here, visit, and not only visit, train 3 days, 1 week. You can get passes here, so it's very easy and affordable. So nice to meet you here.
Yeah, and that sweat is because you trained. Not because you're nervous to talk to me.
I'm also getting sweat just by walking. So
listen, it's the place, right? And for you guys, thank you for all the love and my gifts all the way from Romania.
Don't worry,
it truly means a lot.
Pleasure.
And I'm looking forward to.
You also have a lot of fans in Romania. So
I do.
If you can say a few words to them.
Well,
they watch you, the guys from the gym and ladies, and they watch your people who trains here a lot, so they're very active fans.
Well, from me to you guys, thank you so much. I have not been to Romania yet. I have a lot of Romanian friends growing up in the UK and Wales. A lot of people came from Romania to come to Wales, and I got the privilege of meeting some incredible athletes. Over the course of the last 2 decades of me being in bodybuilding, but I will be coming to Romania.
I know, it's just a matter of time.
Just a matter of time.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So I got a few questions for you. Who do you consider yourself as a person?
Me as a person?
Yeah, as a person, an individual.
I would say over the years it's evolved so much because, when I got into bodybuilding, it was just me and I was a competitor. So then as the years have gone by, I've become a husband, I've become a dad, and of course, a bodybuilder has been all intertwined between all that stuff. So I would say I'm a mixture of many different people. When I come to the gym, I'm FlexLewis, the bodybuilder, and then when I leave the gym, I take that hat off, I put another hat on, and I'm dad, which has nothing to do with bodybuilding. So I am a man of many different hats, but I know who I am, and I haven't changed for anything, just for the better. And as you can hear by my accent, I've been here for 20 years, and I'm very passionate about my country, is why my country's flag is on my wall.
Cool. How do you maintain your balance between personal life and career?
Balance is very hard in a sport where it's so demanding. You know yourself.
That's why I asked.
and you have to be very conscious about what you give to your sport, and also then what you do when you're done with that sport for the day. So, for example, when I was training for the Mr. Olympia, I would turn up with a mindset, #1, champion. And as soon as I left that gym, I was done. I didn't think about it. I just done my job of eating my meals, but I was also at that very time too growing my businesses. So I mentioned earlier in a question about changing hats. The same thing. So when I'm in work, I work on my businesses. When I'm in the gym, I'm Flex the bodybuilder. And when I get home, I'm Flex the husband, Flex the dad. So balance is key. And if you're obsessed with one thing and one thing only, I don't think that's a very productive thing for you as yourself, because you look at all the great champions. Every first thing they do, they thank their wives, they thank the team, and I've always been able to have great balance by having great people around me.
And I guess you need to be obsessed only 2 hours in the gym per day, and that's it.
Yeah,
exactly, the extreme obsession.
The extreme obsession when I was younger was that word, extreme obsession, all the time. And it wasn't good.
No.
Because you have to give your body the break to have that balance. And when I found that, I can tell you right now, I found the best version of me when I had that balance.
Yeah. And can you name a few things of healthy habits that can anyone introduce in their lifestyle?
Healthy habits. So let's just talk about people that are maybe just getting into the gym, for example.
That's
my mother, for example. A lot of people want to lose weight. That's generally why they head them to the gym. But one of the easiest things that they can do is first thing in the morning, before they eat their first meal, before they do anything, is get out for a walk. As simple as that. That's the fastest thing to get their body moving. Is just get out and walk. Maybe it's use the excuse to walk the dog. If you don't have a dog, buy one and walk the dog.
Just don't use your mind. Don't think.
Yes.
Just go out.
Just move. And for obviously the gym goers that have goals to step on stage, don't compare yourself to anybody. You know, I think a lot of people want to compare themselves to the best. They look at pictures.
They compare every time.
Every time they look at the best people in the world and they look at their photos and they think that, you know, they put that pressure on themselves.
Yeah.
Listen, bodybuilding is a marathon, not a sprint. You didn't get as big as you did by just a couple of weeks in the gym. It's going to take time, and you're going to have a commitment, and you've got to stay enthusiastic. I would say this. You might not like this in the beginning, and I'm talking from personal experience, but I wish I took more photos when I first started. Because I didn't, because I wanted to have more muscle on my frame. But you cannot turn the clock back.
Yeah.
So I would take photos, commit yourself to a gym, commit yourself to consistent meals and a program, and then compare yourself. After a month of training, you are going to see progress. And then compare yourself after 6 months, 12 months, and focus on you. Don't focus on what everybody else is doing, because the only person that you can control the future of is yourself. What you put in, you get out.
That's it. Perfect. And did you choose this professional path, or the career chose you?
I think this life chose me. I had my nickname Flex at 6 years old. And, you know, it was called Flexi from rugby. And then over the years, you know, I started training. I always had little forearms and little calves from my rugby days and, you know, quads. But, you know, I got into this life through a free gym membership. I was told, Flex, you have potential to compete. And if you do your first bodybuilding show, which is the poster up in my first gym, I said, I'll get a free gym membership. So I done it. I got my free gym membership. Needless to say, I didn't think that it was going to be a career for me. I ended up winning my first show, and that's when I met my first coach and my only coach, Neil Hill. So we've been together for 21 years. We've done all the amateurs together. We've done all the professionals together, and we ended on top, undefeated, just like we did at the amateur starters too. So it's been a long road, but I truly believe that this was God's plan, and had it not been for, you know, that first free gym membership, I don't know where I would be.
You had no choice.
I had no choice.
Yeah. And the last one. Can you name an example of a good way that a person can motivate himself during the hard times in their life, and they need to stay on track in their career and what they're doing? Different, it doesn't matter if they're doing bodybuilding or becoming a doctor or lawyer, everything.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if we take the Gen Pop, the guys who just come to the gym regularly, I would say just have your goal, have a plan, have a realistic goal, and have a dream. Yeah. So if that's for you to change your health, to have a better physique, then that's going to come through diet, exercise, and a commitment to that change. And you can do that in and around any job. I mean, when I had my first business, it was a moving company, and I was moving 2 to 3 people a day, every single day, and I was dieting for the Mr. Wales, Mr. Britain, Mr. Europe, Mr. Universe, and I still done it whilst moving all them people. And that was a busy day, but the gym was always that place that I loved, no matter what, and I never missed a workout. Now, if you're talking about a competitor, like an athlete or a bodybuilder, you're talking about that self-motivation. So when you get into the gym, what I would do personally is I would motivate myself from my thoughts over the years through what I wanted to get out of the sport. Then it evolved to I'm doing it now for my family. So I had so much motivation, but it was self-motivation. It wasn't an athlete. It wasn't, you know, the title as much as it was, you know, my upbringings. And, you know, when you go into your big, heavy sets, you have to release all that anger, all that emotion, exactly. And that's what I had to do too. Yeah. But when it's done, you put it back in. I call it Pandora's box. You open the box, you let all the emotions out, and after the workout, you put it back in. And that was the gym for me, and still is the gym for me. It's my outlet. So everybody has that internal drive. Everybody wants to be better somewhere, but you have to dig deep and think of, okay, what is it that I'm getting motivated to do? Because sometimes you come to the gym, you don't want to be at the gym, but you still turn up. Yes. And then you have to dig deep. Why am I here? Why am I doing this? And everybody's got their own life. Everybody's got their own story. My story is different to your guys, different to you. But we've all got them thoughts that and energy that we can release into the gym. And for me, I think everybody can structure that mentality to use the gym for what it is, as it was for me, what it is for you.
Yeah, it's also, this is one of the things that people don't see in sport. I mean, in bodybuilding, all the strength sports, they don't see that emotionally stuff that it's released in the gym.
Yeah.
They don't see those emotions. Usually the normal public, all guys they don't see this part. They don't see that it's also very, very emotional thing.
Yeah.
Very emotional.
And I've been where
that can make the difference in our
absolutely. I've had many training sessions where I've been so tired, but I've really had to dig deep, especially in the couple of weeks out from Miss Olympia where there was no energy, and I had to dig deep into my heart, into my soul, and really push myself. And
that was the key.
That was the key. Everybody sees the end result.
Yeah.
They see the trophies. They see, what you've created. But the journey to there, I came to this country and I knew one person. I slept on a sofa for a year and a half. And I truly give everything for this sport. Everyone only sees this part.
Yeah, they don't know
the beginning part. And I've lived through so much pain and suffering, just like everybody else. But I remember them times, just as I remember the good times. But I still remember more of the bad times when I get into the gym, because that will always fuel me.
Yeah, true. So thank you very much for taking your time with us.
Of course.
And we keep in touch.